What up, y'all? Jake Taft, I see you as #1 in the chat. Horns up to you. Logan Chumley, I see you too. Mic check, can y'all hear me okay? Microphone check 1 2 1 2. TNT tailgate party. Let's see, where are we at tonight? All right, let me go ahead and, if you've not shared the stream, so what are y'all getting into tonight? Sorry, y'all, I had to share the stream into the alley. If you've not, please share, like, and subscribe. So I'm sure as you can see, the title of tonight's video is the TNT Tailgate Party. I've been tailgating since 10 a.m., 9 a.m. I don't know. I forget by now. But if any of y'all would like to join the tailgate party sometime, just hit me up. Let me know, and we'll start tailgating here on Tuesdays. We have approximately 1 hour before the return of TNT Tuesday Night Terror. I do think I have maybe a couple guests that's going to come on tonight. I take it everyone is excited for the return of TNT tonight. I know I have. Seems like it's been an eternity. But tonight is the return. Broadcast live from the bowels of Hades. So let's see, y'all. What do we got? I know we got a guest here. Let's see who we got. We have the one, the only cellar dweller in the house. And look, and we have, who else we got? Miss Moondogger.
Hey, what's up?
Just praising some Zool, my friend.
That's fantastic.
Yes, there's going to be plenty of that going on here in this hour leading up to the return.
Well, shit, I am so excited. I have been waiting for TNT for, God, how many weeks now? Months. Months. It's been months. It's been since what? Like before their 24-hour thing is the last time we had an actual TNT.
Yep. I was just stating how it feels like it's been an eternity without the boys, and tonight is the return.
It is. It has been way too long.
What goodies they may bring, because it's going to be so sweet.
All right, let's see. I know we had some more people join here. Let's see here. We have Brandon Fabrizio. Breeze. We have Scotty motherfucking V and Laura Lefebvre. Sup, y'all? Glad to see y'all come out tonight for the little TNT pre-bash that we're gonna have here and just kind of sit and discuss. How happy we are that TNT is coming back.
Oh,
I know one thing I'm excited for is the return of the Zulmart. I know when the
Yes.
Zulmart comes back, the Zulmart is going to come with fire for our faces and for our bodies and our feet, because you know they'll be putting out them socks.
oh. Yeah,
I can't wait
Lipstick
to get some new
needs
socks.
all his
I need
socks
some new
because-
shitty socks. Yes. Some of those fun time smelly socks.
Indeed, because Whipstick said that Bill will get on them if you don't sell all of his socks out.
Yes.
True.
We need to make sure that
True.
we buy those socks, because if they have any left, they probably will get. I don't know. Can they get like banished from the label? Can they get unsigned? Is that a thing?
Well, if Jacob don't stop smoking and Whipstick don't stop causing eight legs to cause harm on women, I mean, it is a possibility. Captain Carver has said.
We just
Well,
gotta sell those socks. Sell all the socks.
tell me this, since I have an expert in here on the Super Famous Fun Time guys, I'd heard somewhere that there was a contract signed. Joe Black or something like that. Joe Black, there was some kind of contract that was signed. Can you enlighten me on that?
That's purely speculation, but let's just hope that if he has to follow through on that contract, he uses plenty of breath mints when he meets people in person.
True. Yeah, that's true.
What was this contract? This is the first time hearing about a contract.
Oh, you have to hear "Don't Hug Me from the Front."
Go ahead. Tell him, cellar dweller.
Oh,
Educate
well,
me.
It's okay. I told YouTube this video wasn't for kids, so go ahead, let them know.
well, Joe says in this, which song is it, Pretzel?
I
It's a
can't
song with the
remember.
boys on it, and they
Yep.
do it. All three of the boys are on it, and instead of doing doing some bars, Joe says, "I hope you know the contract that you signed says you have to suck my dick." So
But he's got a
Yep.
maggot for a dick.
And there we go. I mean,
There you
that's
exactly.
why it's a
Breath-
very strange story. The story
breath-
continues to get stranger all the time.
It really does. It really does.
Exactly. So I don't know if Whipstick is still on the label with them as the Fun Time guys. I mean, that's his baby, really. So if that's the truth, then maybe he's fulfilled his duties, or is an ongoing duty he has to fulfill. That's purely speculation. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But
So we are joined in the chat by Erect Sean. We got Ravage in the house. We got Logan Chumley, horns up. And Erect Sean. That name gets me every time. Every time I hear it.
It's a great
Erect
one.
Sean.
So what are you guys in the chat looking forward to? What do you want to see happen tonight? Will all three of the boys be in the house? Will we have a special guest? Who knows? We don't even know, because no one said anything. I'm so excited about it's just the whole thing all together. I can hardly contain it.
I can tell you this: if there's anybody that knows how to build excitement, it's the AXE boys. And it's like they have they went dormant for a little bit. We heard peeps to make sure that they was still alive, but for the most part we haven't heard nothing since Christmas. So that means tonight, them flavor nuggets, morsels of knowledge are just going to start flowing into the Zooligan community tonight.
Camp Zool tickets. I know that's a big on everybody's mind. I know that's for sure. Possibly masks going for sale. I see a lot of people looking for masks lately.
Yes. I know originally their Camp Zool tickets were supposed to go on sale today. But due to the whole tour having to be rescheduled and such, I don't know if that includes Camp Zool ticket release. But if that's the case, we'll be patient, little Zooligans, and we'll wait. But I definitely would love a new flesh covering. My bank account is itching to be broken and empty.
There you go. Money is meant to be spent. You can't take it with you.
Exactly.
But you can be buried with a forever face.
You can. Absolutely. That is my
And,
plan.
and latex will last a very long time. Latex will, in fact, last longer than the paper that money is made out of.
Wow. That's good. That's good facts to know.
That is good facts to know.
And can I just say thank you guys for thinking of letting me just pop on. It's my first time being in something like this with the alley dwellers and the Zooligans. I love the Horde. Thanks for putting up with me over the last year, and I love every single one of you guys.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
We love you too, Cellar Dweller.
Yes. But I do got to tell you, I've seen this guy run around. He's got really weird blue hair, and he's always calling himself he's always calling himself a dipshit. If you see this dipshit, can you let him know he's at a 10 and needs to bring it down to about a 5?
You telling me he's in my bathroom every damn day, doing it up, and I get knocks at my door, angry husbands. I'll tell you, it ain't easy being friends with this guy and letting him be my roommate. The only room in the house that's available to him is the bathroom. So,
does he sleep in the tub?
At times, or he'll curl up by the toilet. The cats like to lay by him and keep him warm. That's why it smells like cat pee all the time.
Gotcha. Well, it cuts down on cat litter expenses.
A little bit. The cats still prefer the litter box over him. That tells you the level of class.
Wow.
Mike Santal sending love out. So, Mike Santal, we know we're going to see you in the TNT chat tonight.
Oh, man, there's so many people I can't wait to see in the chat. That's one of the...
Somebody shout out Moondoggy here. Laura's favorite said, hell yes, Moondoggy.
What's up? That is Laura La Flavor Packet. That is her name.
Mother Teresa says hi to everybody, too.
Scotty motherfucking V asked if your teeth are gold, P.
My teeth are indeed gold. I worked very hard at getting my teeth this shade of gold. But yes, they are indeed gold to match the glasses. Very observant of you.
He's got a gold grill.
That's a pretty impressive flesh cover you got there, sir. Very blingy. Matches the glasses. I like that.
Let's that on purpose? Here. It was. Everything's on purpose. Scotty motherfucking B said Savage and I is going to squash this dipshit character at camp. Woo!
Oof. You better be careful.
Better be careful.
Bootleg dipshit is already being called out. Now, I'm actually really sad to see that Scotty motherfucking V and Jared Savage didn't go after Bootleg in the Rumble in the Alley. We had a lot of good contestants, but there was none of this squashing discussed in the Rumble in the Alley.
Well, if it shows one thing, it means that people are busy, which is a good thing, here at the first of the year. I know, in fact, that was my case. That's how come you really didn't see me pop into the Rumble like that. Take it, like I said, I do got some gifts for them Rumble competitors though, because I seen y'all been out there competing. So I will have some gifts for the winners that we will pick. I believe we're going to pick the winners sometime this week. Is that right, Moondoggy?
That is it. Yes, correct. By the end of the week, we should have the winners selected.
Well, that's quicker than I thought you guys had done. I told people give them at least 2.
With the quickness in the alley, we do.
So we still had some good participants, and we're gonna pour over the videos this week to see who's gonna take home the bacon, literally, with the bacon scented mask.
It really smells like bacon. That's impressive.
bacon and Miracle Whip, yo. It's crazy.
That's
So it's
awesome.
like a BLT mask minus the last tomato.
Yeah, throw some tomatoes in there and some lettuce, and we'll be all right. All right, so the Petty Bones are here. What's up, guys? Are they
So
here
let's see
or
here.
just in the chat?
I think they're here.
Sweet.
Oh my God.
Let's see here.
Serious? I think I heard Shaw in the backyard. I don't know. It could be wrong. I don't know. He might be home. You never know. I'm gonna stay out of it.
I can tell y'all what I'm excited about. Come Thursday, I'm going to be headed to the theater to see this here, the new Batman. I'm excited for it. Even though it is Robert Pattinson, and I have seen Robert Pattinson in some movies where he didn't play a very tough guy, so to say.
Touche.
So I've heard some good things about it already, though. Some reviews have come out, and they're like, "Yeah, it's good," So I'm gonna go check it out on Thursday, and then I'm gonna give my full review on it on this week's Peb's Power Hour, Friday, 8 o'clock, here on YouTube.
So I have to ask though, since you are heavy into Batman and those types of movies, how do you feel about the bat suit with nipples?
I was never a fan. I can't say I was a fan. I liked the movie itself. I thought the movie was real good, but I thought that the choice of costumes was taking it a little too far.
Yeah.
It's like they stylized it way too much with the bat nips, but they will go down in history. We'll be talking about people will be talking about the bat nips for eons to come.
That is very true. It's like they made it the bat suit too much. Like, okay, this is your body. You are now the bat suit, and that was never what it was supposed to be. I mean, as far as I know.
I went to the theaters and saw Batman Forever, and the whole movie, I never once paid attention, not even when she touched his chest, that there was nipples on that suit, because I was at the age where I was like, oh yeah, I'm at a Batman movie, because I'd seen the first two in the theater as well. I saw Forever was the last one I saw in the theater. I gotta say, it wasn't as lackluster as the first two, but I can honestly tell you that the third one did hold a special place in my heart. It had a great soundtrack, but I was never paying attention to that until I saw it on VH1, where everybody was talking about them nipples. And even Lee Carver sent me a Batman card. I don't know where it's at, but it's somewhere. And it said that his little ears were nipples on his mask.
Yeah, and Andrew Parker here says that Val Kilmer's nipples rocked shit. Well, it's because they were rock hard the whole time.
They were like aspirins in his fucking, under his. Yeah, it was crazy.
Well, since we're speaking on the Batman franchise, it was crazy because I've watched it since its inception with the Adam West, and I believe there was one before that. I wasn't heavy into that one, but there was like a black and white Batman too, I believe. But the one with Adam West, I grew up watching that when I was a kid. I really enjoyed watching it. And then I think in '89 is when the Michael Keaton Batman come out, if I'm not mistaken, the black and yellow Batman with the Joker. There was so much hype surrounding that movie. It was unbelievable. It was like everybody wanted to go to the theater to see this new Batman movie. The hype was real. And then I can remember when it come out to VHS, when it dropped on VHS home video. It was huge then too. They had big Batman cutouts at the video store, Joker shit everywhere. It was wild. And to see it evolve over the years has been a real fun journey with Batman. To see all these different different versions of the Bat.
How did you feel about Gotham?
I enjoyed Gotham. Did.
I did too. I actually thought that in its own way, it kind of was cool. I like how they presented the Joker character as basically two people, because the real Joker was more like he got the idea from his twin brother to be that crazy, and it was influenced by, other things, but it's like it was a neat part. It was a neat way to take it into consideration. I like the way they incorporated his face being cut off and then put back on, because there was a Batman story where that actually happens to the real Joker. So that was unique.
Yeah, I tend to lean towards the even though I really did like the Batmans that had like Arnold in it, and even the second Michael Keaton with the Penguin, that was still kind of whimsical. I enjoyed those, but I like the more gritty Batman, so that's why I think I'm going to enjoy the new one. As I said, it's real gritty, and enjoy grittiness like sandpaper.
Okay, this will tell you a lot about your personality, Pebs. How did you feel about Ben Affleck as Batman in that movie he was in?
I enjoyed him. I enjoyed his role as Batman. I thought he'd done a real good Batman and a Bruce Wayne. Was he the best? No, I don't think he was the best in my mind, but I think that he gave it his all. And to be put into a scope like what he was put into with the Bat, he has been put into the biggest one yet. They was like, hey, here's Batman, here's the Justice League. We want you to be the Batman Supreme, and then they changed it up again on him yet again. So here now we see Robert Pattinson as the Bat. So Ben Affleck tried, but he didn't make it to the very tip top.
Now, I liked him as Batman because in those movies, I felt like he portrayed somebody that was old Batman that was like, screw it, I'm just going to kill these guys. I'm done putting up with this crap. Like, he was at a point in his life where he was like fed up, you know what I mean? And yeah, I think he portrayed that pretty well, even though he kind of didn't do all that well as Daredevil. But what do you think, Moondog?
Here's the whole thing, though, is how does Robert Pattinson come back from the roles that he's had in the past as sissy boy, pansy, vampire, whatever the fuck it was, and come back and play Batman and actually kill it and have people take him serious in that role? Like, how do you do that?
You can also think of it like this: anybody can be under that mask doing those stunts.
Well, another good example of that is Daniel Radcliffe, who played Harry Potter. He had to go into some hardcore movies to like wash people's mind of the Harry Potter image. But Daniel Radcliffe has been in some doozies after Harry Potter.
Right. I don't know. It's definitely going to be interesting, to see how he can switch that up. Because, I mean, if you look at like every single movie, like taking a look at like Bruce Willis, for example, all of his movies for the most part have always been the same, like the same, genre of movies, because that's what he does. Now, if he were to come out and do, let's say a kid's movie or something, yeah, okay, it might work, but it would be really fucked up.
Look Who's Talking. Right. He did Look Who's Talking, which was kind of a kid's movie. He voiced the kid in that movie. Just saying.
But he voiced it. He didn't act it.
That's true. But he does get stuck in that John McClane kind of atmosphere of acting, I agree. But at the same time, I got to say, Sixth Sense, a lot of people like just because it was like, it's a different, role for him. So I've seen him do a little different stuff, but I get what you mean. And I get that with what we were talking about before. And with Batman, it's like each new character gives us a new, like, I didn't think I'd like Christian Bale because I'm old school. I like Michael Keaton the best, but he blew me away and became my second favorite.
Right.
Here's a movie here. Scotty motherfucking V said Horns with Daniel Radcliffe. Yes, Horns is a crazy ass movie.
Ain't seen it yet.
I haven't seen that one either. No.
I highly recommend it. Basically the synopsis is basically Daniel Radcliffe wakes up one day and he has horns starting to sprout from his head. And each day they keep growing and growing. He goes into the doctor and like, we don't know what's happening here. And his horns keep on getting more and more. He's just like, he's turning into a demon each and every day.
Sounds interesting as hell, though.
Let's see here. From our chat here, Jason Torrance says that Affleck was a better Bruce Wayne than Batman. I would have to agree because, Bruce Wayne has always got that chin, what I'm saying, that real stoic look to him, and Affleck can be awfully stoic. So,
yeah, like the Playboy type. I could see him bathing in a pool, like in a fountain with women, before I could see Christian Bale doing it. But then again, Christian Bale also had it like a threesome in American Psycho. So, you know,
Now, is this one that you have saw before? Jason Torrens says Pattinson also did Lighthouse. Correct, Mr. Torrens. Have y'all seen Lighthouse yet with Pattinson?
it's on my list because it looks like a excellent movie, and I've heard great things about William Dafoe and him in that movie.
I've seen it, and I have to say it was very unusual. I thought it was going to be like a horror movie almost, but it changed my mind about Pattinson at that point, because seeing him in a different, like more intense role, it starts changing your thinking from him being a sparkly vampire.
Yeah, I could see that.
That one's like a Lovecraft story, isn't it?
I think
like-
it had something to do with the sea people. Yeah.
That's freaking dope, man. I want to see it so bad because I like timepieces like that. I like that they went back to black and white.
Mrs. Pettibone says, I just got to say, there will never be a better Catwoman than Michelle Pfeiffer. I'm kind of torn there because I liked the original Catwoman from the original show. I think her name is Julie Newmar. I thought that she done a really good Catwoman. So for me, it's a toss up between those two.
Really?
I can't believe someone didn't say Halle Berry.
Hey, that's what Teresa just said. She's sitting right next to me. Halle Berry, man. I gotta say, she was pretty good actress for a while, and I threw me off that she was going to be Catwoman. But look at the new one. You know, we got the new one's going to be. I don't know. I'm like, for the first time, I'm looking at it with like an open mind. Like, okay, I could see this person being this person. It's like for the first time I'm watching it, and I'm like, I have no idea if this is going to work or not. Like, it's the first time I've ever thought that, just because of the people acting in it. But I like that they're going back and fucking with the Riddler. That's gonna be dope. The Riddler deserves some.
What'd you call him? The Riddlin' Riddler?
The
Riddler.
Riddlin'
Yeah.
Riddler. There we go.
I like
he does
that.
a lot of riddling, and he does a lot of riddling. So
I like that. Well, they did a hell of a job with that the most recent Joker movie. I actually really liked that. So if they can do something to that effect with the Riddler, I think that will be a really good and popular movie for him to do.
hell yeah.
I think that's the direction that they're going to. From what I've heard so far in the reviews, that the Riddler is playing a almost like a Zodiac killer type character.
That would be dope. I could fuck with that for sure.
See, and that's more lifelike. See, it's not like so, like you said, whimsical like it was before back in the day. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta say though, there's something magical about the way Tim Burton did those first couple movies. Though that second one,
Tim Burton's one of the best.
Tim
with the
Burton's a
snow
fucking
and the
legend,
penguin.
though.
I mean, you remember the marketing that year when that movie came out, Batman Returns, and everybody was freaking out about how the Batmobile looked slightly different, and oh my God, everybody had to get the new toys. And then when you were a kid, I mean, it was during winter, there was snow, in the whole movie, so like there was just a whole lot going on, and like that Christmas was the Batman Returns Christmas. The 80s were something else, I swear.
I think that Batman Returns come out in 90, but I could be mistaken.
It might have, yeah, because I think the first
I
one
think
was
89, yeah. Scotty motherfucking Z said, we smoking, y'all? But of course. Yes, this is the tailgate party. I really don't want to smoke on air here because I'm afraid I might get the strike from YouTube. I'm not sure how all that works, so I'm just not going to smoke till I get off here. But yes, indeed, there's been a lot of smoking going on. I've started at 10 a.m. this morning.
I had one beer. I had one beer because I keep myself at a limit so I don't get too crazy.
I can't tell y'all what's in here, but you can guess.
Well, something else I can tell y'all that I'm excited about that I hope that we get some news of tonight is back at camp, the boys announced that they're going to be doing the next big one with Mikey Clark. And ever since I've heard that, I've just been super fucking hyped to hear, what comes out of Mikey Clark and the Allah Zulu. You can guarantee it's going to be some probably dark shit. You can guarantee it's going to be some fucking hard banging shit. So I've been eagerly anticipating them little nuggets of information about this new album that's being recorded.
I'm ready for some nuggets.
Yes.
Dude,
Ready
you
for
got to
some
think about
nuggets.
Mikey Clark's history. Working with ICP, he did put out a lot of ICP's best music. He put out Bedlam's best album. He helped put out Project Dead Man, which was some of Prozac's best work. I'm just saying, there's a whole lot of stuff that this guy's tied to, and it's amazing that he's working with Ala Zulu to put out a record. I know that they said at least it's a full length, correct?
Yes.
Pretzel?
I'd say full length. Yep.
I wonder if it's another location album, because I know they said they weren't keeping a specific Loire per se, but the last couple albums have been locations like the church, the mausoleum. I'm wondering if they go that route with this record, where the other one was a sequel to Necronomicon.
Could be, but I do know one thing for sure is that it's going to be fire when it comes. I think that with the talent that's within the AXC boys, when that met with Mikey Clark and they got together, I mean, it was just probably like a fucking volcano erupting as hard as it can, lava everywhere.
I just wonder if there's any, like, what kind of collaborations they might have, if they have any, and is there a V5 track? I mean, so much on my mind, you know what I'm saying? I think it's so much.
So when you say location album, are you meaning like they had like the Church Azul and then they had like the Mausoleum? Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to keep up that trend, because they've done it for 2 records, you know what I'm saying? The Almighty was like the unleashing of the 3 of them together, and then you've got then they did a sequel to also the them going out and smoking on vacation, and then so it's like they were at the church, they got burned up, they were at the mausoleum, then they came out of the morgue, killed the morgue guy. So it's like, where are they going to go next?
Right.
That's what I'm wondering, if they continue with that,
There
because
was a TNT months and months, and I couldn't even tell you where the fuck it was, that they actually did talk about that, how all of the albums were going to be essentially a story. How if you played them front to end in sequential order, you would hear a story.
But what also was said is that they may, because someone asked him, would they go back and revisit the mausoleum? And I think what Carver had said is that every album may not be related to the overall, but he said that they can always go back to it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So they can drop albums like the Necronomicon, do a little side project here, and then go back to the what Celador was talking about, the main story.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
I think it's time for another story album.
That's how it's been since M&E. That's been a main story. Because the first couple albums, Psycho, they said they won't go back and do another Psycho Volume 2, because it's not really part of what they're really portraying at the moment, which I can appreciate, only because there's so much that they're doing that's like fire without it having to go back. They could go back, and just like the Cryptic Collection with Twisted, when they've settled down and they've got enough underneath their belt, they could finally be like, hey, we'll do this Psycho Volume 2, and it's going to be a whole lot of stuff that we scrapped from other albums. How about that, or something? You never know. You never know. It could do that, and it'd be fresh if they did. Anything they've done has never let me down.
Well, one thing is that I know that the boys always like to move forward. They like to keep looking ahead and moving forward. Now, I take it that's not to say you ain't gonna see throwbacks, because we've seen throwbacks before, not only to Mass, but within the lyrics too. If you hear, they'll throw back to their Head of Horns album. You'll hear little things here and there. So, but I think that the main goal is to keep looking forward, and further the story instead of moving back to one.
That first night at Camp 1 at Camp Zool, they played a lot of old tunes, dude.
They did.
So they come out to drink and play Drink off Psycho.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That was
They-
nice
they-
hearing some of that old stuff though, because when they're on tour and you're going to, to the regular shows and stuff, you don't get to hear that because they're playing the current stuff off their most recent album release. So being
rehashing
able
the
to
hit.
hear,
Yeah,
that
rehashing
older
the hit.
stuff was awesome.
For sure. So it should be an exciting year. Hopefully, from what I've heard is that the COVID restrictions are going to start lifting here soon. They're not going to try to move forward, with the mandates and all that. So, hopefully this country can stay healthy so that we can get our motherfucking shows back. Because I'm ready to go see a show.
Yeah, I know some of us Michigan Zooligans have the Twisted and Super Famous show this coming Sunday.
Yep.
And then the Terminally Ill tour kicks off on the 20th here in Lansing. So we're pretty stoked about that.
Are they making people prove that they've been vaccinated or at least clear of the virus at this show like they did Fright Fest?
I haven't heard anything on it. So I don't know. I haven't heard one way or another.
Okay. Well, that's just important information that people probably don't even think about. But,
Yeah.
Is Pretzel going to say, come sit with me?
I'm waiting for it.
Come sit with me.
I'm actually really curious what's on the shelf behind him because it looks like really big, giant latex boobies from here.
Yeah, very well could be. If you notice, let's see, under here is where I've got some of my slaps at from you, Amber.
I did notice that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I got them scattered throughout the studio.
That's dope. I know for the Lansing show, there is no restrictions for COVID, Logan Chumley said. So that is a terminally ill show. So
There you go. But I do think that it varies. Definitely, you got to check into the specific venue because I know that recently Psychopathic held that show down in Arizona for their Juggalo Day, and I had a friend that went to it, and he said that he had to provide proof of vaccination before they'd let him into the club.
was that vaccination only, or could a negative test?
I think it was both. You could
Okay.
either show proof of vaccination or they test you and you get a negative test.
Gotcha.
Yep, they had people going through the crowd at Fright Fest doing the same thing. They were like, you got proof, you got your proof, you got your proof. And then after that, we were sent right in.
Yeah.
But it's good to have that because you get in a line in another state or hours away and you don't have it, you're going to be really, really, really mad that you screwed up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so at least we got the COVID settling down. Let's just hope that all the stuff with Russia doesn't boil over. I know that right now they're having a big war overseas, and that could affect us over here. So let's just hope that the Russians calm down and go back to their own place.
Calm your titties, Russia.
Put on a forever face and enjoy life with your fellow comrades.
Hey, smoke a doob and listen to some 311 and chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
That's
all right, y'all. Well, we got about 20 minutes before TNT here. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna end the live stream. But before we do that, Cellar Dweller, tell them where they can find you at online. When you do your thing.
Okay, well, I actually am the guy that's paying for the StreamYard for that dummy that lives in my bathroom, that bootleg asshole. And they go live. Those fake time friends go live on Thursday nights, and they usually have Zooligan homies on, just fans, to talk about their experiences and how much they love praising Zool, and also fun time fans as well. So if you want to see that, it's usually between 7 and 8 p.m. on Thursday nights, and we try to go live on Facebook and on YouTube. And thank you, Pebs, for letting me come on here once again. I appreciate it. Horns up.
Thank you, Cellar Dweller. And now, Moondoggy, I know that you recently, y'all just kicked off a show too. Tell them where they can find you at.
Yeah, Dead Bitches Brunch is on Facebook every other Saturday. Our next show is on March 13th. Basically, we just kick it with females of the underground who are creative, artistic, fun, are into costuming, cosplaying, arts, crafts, or even support their men who are in the underground and are doing their thing. We have a bunch of guests lined up. Our next guest, I don't know if I can say this, so I hope Lydia doesn't get mad at me. But our next guest is Chelsea Wind of I'm gonna slaughter this, Chelsea's FX. Maybe you all know her. She's still Steve Miller's fiance. She's badass, and we have her on March 13th at 7:00 Eastern time.
Can I also give a shout out to the Neck Pissa, Hambrocious? I love you, homie. And he is our Dub Zero. And also Legs, John Gublo. That's my homie, my brother in arms in this whole endeavor with Bootleg Dipshit. So, like I said, Thursdays. Thanks.
And with that being said, I am Pretzel Elu Black of Pebs FX Customs. You can catch me on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This Friday, I'll be going live with fellow alley dweller Scotty motherfucking V. We're going to discuss the new Batman movie. We're going to discuss motherfucking TNT. So come have a good time on Friday night. You know, if you ain't got nothing to do, 8 o'clock, tune in, subscribe, like, share, and all that. Make sure you go follow my other peoples too, the Cellar Dweller and Moondoggy. We love all y'all. We're going to see y'all over in the TNT chat. Horns up.
CN20.